Hi students, in this video I'm going to teach you about 3 rude questions Koreans always ask in English. Alright, now I know you're very curious about foreigners when you meet the foreigner and you want to ask them a lot of questions, but just remember some of those questions are rude. Now let's take a look at the first rude question. How old are you? How old are you? Now I know this is a very important question in Korean culture. It's very important to know how old the other person is. But in Western culture, we don't care about age. So when someone is asking us about our age, we're like, why does that matter? Okay, that's my privacy. Okay, so Koreans tend to ask this question too soon to a stranger. If you really want to ask, don't ask this. This is too direct. This is a more polite way to ask the question. May I ask? May I ask how old you are? May I ask how old you are? This is a more polite way, but again, the person might also consider this rude. Just be careful when you're meeting the foreigner. Don't ask this question too soon. If you really need to ask, use this expression. Don't use this. All right, let's move on to the next rude question. Are you married? That's our next rude question. Now, when you meet the foreigner and you're strangers and you ask, are you married? Some foreigners don't like that question, okay? It's a little bit too soon to ask such a personal question. For me, I'm okay if a Korean asks me, are you married? And I just answer, no, okay, no problem. But they ask the question, are you married? I say no. They ask another question, why not? Okay, this is very, very rude. Are you married? No. Why not? Okay, why not? That's my personal business. I don't want to tell you. Okay, don't ask why not. That is too rude. Also, are you married might be a little bit too direct. A more polite way to ask a stranger, may I ask if you're married? May I ask if you're married? This is a better way, more polite. May I ask if you're married? And if they say no, don't ask why not. All right, that's too rude. Let's move on to the last question. Here's the last rude question I want to talk about. Do you have any children? Now, that question is not so rude. Most people are okay to answer that question. But again, if you ask a couple, do you have any children? And they say no, well, this question is rude. Why not? Okay, do you have any children? No. Why not? That is very rude. Probably most people don't want to tell a stranger the reasons why they have no children. That's their personal, private business. So again, never ask why not? That's too rude. Now, some people might consider this question rude coming from a stranger, we just met. So again, this is always the polite way. May I ask if you have any children? May I ask if you have any children? All right, it's very polite. Okay, so we learned about a lot of rude questions that Koreans sometimes ask foreigners. Why am I teaching you this? Well, I meet a lot of strangers on the street or at work, and they're always asking me questions. That's okay. But some of them ask me these rude questions, and after meeting them, I just feel angry or I don't feel good, okay? So try to ask more polite questions. Never ask the why not questions. And I hope you learned something from this video. See you next time.